Let's take you to Khayelitsha, where residents are calling for better services from Eskom. They say it's been over 2 years since they received adequate services from the power utility. Residents are demanding that Eskom workers return to the local office and for the utility to fix high mast lights, transformers and faulty street lights in that community. Our reporter Nasiphi Same joins us now with more on the story. Nasiphi, a very unhappy community because the services that Eskom is meant to deliver are not being delivered.
Well, indeed, Mpho. This prompted hundreds of residents just last week on Thursday to come together, formulate some sort of demands for the power utility in regards to the services that they believe they need as the community of Khayelitsha. And as you mentioned, they say that in just over 2 years, the services from the power utility has deteriorated, and they obviously have a number of demands. And I'm joined by a community leader here, Newzroom. Thank you so much for your time. But I understand that you're saying that services have deteriorated in the past 2 years and you have a number of demands for Eskom. Talk to us or walk us through those demands.
Yes, thank you very much. Greetings. My name is Newzroom Afrika, one of the community leaders. We've got a crisis here ever since COVID time. We never received good, proper service from Eskom. One of them, going forward, the offices of Khayelitsha Eskom have been closed ever since, and they are not operating, of which now it's giving a challenge to the residents of Khayelitsha, as it is a disadvantaged area. People can't afford to go to Belleville. When it comes, they need to log some faults or make a report, of which they have no funds for the internet, including the issue of the transformers that are getting damaged. And Eskom declared that once they fix the transformer 3 times, they will not fix it again, of which it won't be their priority. We've got a challenge that is expanding as well. Khayelitsha as a whole, it's dark at night because all the street lights and the high master lights are not working, and crime now is increasing a lot. So those are some of the issues, of which one of the demands was that all the informal settlements, whether the informal settlement have invaded or not, they must be electrified.
And I understand that you've obviously handed over these demands to Eskom last week, Thursday. What has been the response thus far?
We did submit the memorandum on Thursday, and the management was there of Eskom, and we made a handover. On Friday, they made a call that we must sit a meeting this coming Friday to make some solutions on these issues.
Ludwe, just last week, rather last month, Eskom employees in Khayelitsha were intimidated, and allegedly there were people trying to extort these employees that are working in this community of Khayelitsha. Do you think that perhaps maybe the reason behind the services that you guys are complaining about is due to the fears of these employees?
No, that can't be, because Eskom is a big company, of which you will notice the small companies which are delivering spread and everything, they've got security companies that are patrolling them, of which Eskom can afford as well, as much as crime is affecting each and every one of us. But it can't be a reason why they are not giving us the services, because the community leaders, also the neighborhood watches, did volunteer themselves that when they are coming to fix something here as Eskom, they can tell the community so that we can patrol and guide, save them.
Ludwe, there are a number of communities. We spoke to Duduzile earlier on this morning, where she said that in her community, there are people that have not had electricity for about 2 years now, or over a year.
Yes, there are other people that haven't received electricity for quite a very long time, including the informal settlements. When they get banned, it takes a long time. Even others are not electrified as now. Even other community members are complaining. It's been 2 to 3 months. A person has reported and has got 3 to 4 references, but they can't get assistance.
I mean, you're saying that 2 years plus, or since the start of COVID-19, or the outbreak of COVID-19, services have deteriorated. What other means have you guys made to try and engage the management of the power utility during this period to try and obviously work around some of the problems that you have?
The ward councillors did hold several meetings with the management of Eskom, also including the community leaders around Khayelitsha did try to submit these reports and complaints, but they were never heard until we took a stand that we must march. So it has been a while we've been reporting, it has been a while we've been holding meetings, but there's no success, which is why now it came to the part that we must call the head or the management of Eskom in regard of Cape Town.
Luto, we've been driving around Khayelitsha for quite a few hours now, and we've seen quite a number of Eskom vehicles in and out. I mean, the area that we were in, we saw a vehicle. In Kuyasa, we saw about 2 vehicles. So I don't understand when you're saying that the offices in Khayelitsha are closed. What are then the vehicles doing if the offices are closed?
The maintenance team or the employees of Eskom are driving around, not doing anything, because at some point we do report the electricity and we get the reference number, but when you stop them in their car and said they must assist you, they will tell you they are not sent on you. And the workers of Eskom are the people who are residing in Khayelitsha. So it's similar to the point that they are just running around Khayelitsha, looking at the streets. They are doing nothing.
Thank you so much, Ludwe, their community leader, obviously just detailing to us as the community of Khayelitsha their frustrations in regards to electricity and the power utility. I mean, he's saying that about 2 years now, or so, since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, services have deteriorated. They have tried to make means to get in touch with the power utility to improve the services that they are receiving. But what comes out of that march that they had on Thursday seems to be a move in the right direction, where they will be meeting the managers of the power utility within this region to obviously talk about not only the demands that they have, but to find long-lasting solution in regards to the challenges that they have in regards to Eskom and electricity in the community. And we do also understand that they are calling that the informal settlements that mushroomed during the COVID-19 pandemic to also be electrified.
Well, Nasiphi Same, of course, let's leave it there for now, talking about some of the frustrations of the community of Khayelitsha when it comes to power utility Eskom.